best experience. If you get outside there, someone is very quickly to scoop you back in and tell you that you're in the wrong direction. That is what I've developed to keep clients in line into the right place. So with that, how many of you guys have ever been to my website and are familiar with the discovery form? What the discovery form is generally when you get a client come in and when they call you, when they reach you, you cold call or you go anywhere else, the clients are mistaken with they have an illusion of they have a power of choice, which means is they can choose whether they want to do business with you or not. See, I don't like ever getting into any situation or anything where I don't have full control of the outcome or guide people along. So with this, I've created something that automatically takes control back to you, so now you've got them inside of your velvet ropes and you're moving them exactly where you want to go. So with that, I created the discovery form. And what the discovery form is no matter the outcome, whether it's a cold call or whether it's face-to-face, even downstairs, just a while ago, how many of you guys seen that red McLaren that was just sitting out front? Would you guys believe that I've already tried to pitch your SEO? Wherever you're going, be looking for deals. Obviously, someone that drives that car, it was a very successful woman. She didn't understand SEO, but I have a card and I will call her and I'll try to explain it to her. If I get shut down, I won't. But here's the process of what will happen. Once she says, I'm interested, what do you got? I'm going to say, I don't do anything unless you fill out this, which is my discovery application. Now, I'm no different than any physician. I'm no different than anyone. If you go to the doctor, he's just not going to prescribe you anything. He has to do tests. He has to ask questions. He needs to know what's wrong before he prescribes you anything. And guys, let's face it, you can't know anything about your client unless you get information. Your job, when you get a client, is to gather intelligence. That is it. That is it. The more intelligence you have, the more information you have, the better you can sell them exactly what they want instead of selling them what you think you should be selling them. That's the biggest problem people do. Selling them what they think they should have versus giving them what they want. And you'll find something if you ask this. So when I call this lady and when I get her interested, I'm going to tell her, listen, I have a very strict policy that before we move forward, I don't give prices, I don't talk SEO, I don't tell them how long it's going to take, I don't tell them how many keywords, I don't do anything. The phone call will simply go like this. Listen, and especially if they fill out something on my site or they call directly, you know what, I understand that you're interested in SEO, but tell me what you think it can do for you. I listen. Well, if we were to engage in search engine optimization, what would it look like 6 months from now? And I'm successful with it and you're happy with it. I future pace them out 6 months to 8 months to find out exactly what in their mind they want to get out of my services. So now they're telling me what they expect. Now I know exactly what to sell them. Then I say, that's great. I simply listen. That's it. Guys, my company has a very strict policy that what we do is if you'll fill this out, I generally will get back to you in 20, 40, 40 business hours to find out whether I can even do anything for you or not, or whether we can even accept you on as a client. We don't take everybody. But those that we do are very successful. We've helped earn millions of dollars for many companies just like you. So if you fill this out in great detail, I'll look at all the information and decide exactly what we can do for you and get back to you. And guys, what that's done is, that's taken the power that I said, the illusion of the power of choice, and now turned it into my control, where now they're into my web and they're doing what I ask them to do. Guys, if you don't have a client that will not fill this out for you, or you don't direct them over there through a cold call, through a phone call, through a face-to-face meeting or anything, if they won't take time to fill this information out for you to better serve them, they are not a client that you want to mess with. They're not going to be cooperating through the whole process. So that's what's so important about this. And this also lists a whole bunch of rules that I won't do. I won't do get-rich-quick schemes, adult themes, and startups. What it's basically telling them is I'm an elite at what I do. I can pick and choose who I want to work with, and if you're not in these parameters, then I can't work with you. Remember, people want to work with the best in the industry. If you want a brain surgeon, the bottom line is if you can just come up here and knock on that brain surgeon's door and walk right in and go, yeah, man, I think I've got a brain tumor. Let's do surgery this afternoon. You're going to go, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute. Generally, if you want the best, you have to make appointments. You have to prove that you're a candidate for them, whether it's anything. You just can't get a hold of anyone right away. If you're busy or if you're successful, it's very hard to get through. I want you to start thinking of yourselves as if you're Steven Spielberg or the mayor of New York or the #1 defense attorney in a large metropolitan area. Can you just get these people on the phone? No, they have fences and filters and other stuff that you got to jump and get through. If you're not presenting yourself like this, they can smell it. And this is part of it right here. I have criteria before I work with you. And I know my dad told me I was stupid for doing this. Wait a minute, you don't have any money whatsoever, and you're going to tell me that you're going to pick and choose who you want to work with? I said, Dad, I know what I'm doing. We'll see who's made the millions. Looks like both of us now. So with this, I want it to be a steady flow of customers already an established and well-respected company. I'm just not going to work with anyone. And guys, listen, the #1 thing you can do is never get attached to a sale. Just don't. I mean, guys, you can walk up to 100 girls out at a bar, and you can be the greatest looking guy in the world, and if 100 turn you down, that doesn't mean you're a bad looking guy. It doesn't mean you're a bad guy. It just means you're a good fit. They're not looking for it at the time. Don't take this stuff personally. And too many people do. They'll sit and they'll milk a sale and they'll go, oh my God, I want to call this guy back 15 times. Guys, listen, you waste so much time expending it on something that you don't have to go look for something else. You know, I don't understand guys in relationships when a girl goes, I don't want to be with you anymore, and they keep stalking and going and trying to get it back. If they would have wasted and not taken that time and actually went out and found someone else, they would have already been dating someone. The same way with business. Instead of pawning over something, you should be saying, my business is flawed. I don't have enough people coming into my funnel so I can be selective. That's what you need to be saying. Let them go. Let them go. Stop fighting over things that you shouldn't be fighting for. You should know. They won't fill out a discovery form. They're not people that you want to work with. So with that, so they go ahead and they fill it out. And it's pretty simple process right here. I use gravity forms. Kid's name, address, telephone number, and it goes through an other array of questions I have, which that I need to do what? I want to be able to price them. I want to be able to know exactly what keywords they want to go after, what they think, not what I think. I don't care what I think. I want to know what they think, because what did I just tell you that I need to know to sell them? What they want. I want to sell them what they want, not what I think they want. So I want their keywords that they think they need. Then I will also investigate what I think they should have. So I know what they want. So it goes over a lot of things. Also, the most important aspect of it is it goes over what their average cost per customer is. Let's face it, if this is a local taco stand in Tampa and their average customer is $10, am I going to be able to make them any money with SEO? No. I don't want to mess with that. There's not going to be a return of investment. Not unless the guy just won the lottery and he wants to burn money and just be ranked #1 for just other reasons, but it doesn't make any sense. So that tells me how much I can charge based upon if it's a cosmetic dentist, his average cost per person that he brings through the door is $5,000 to $7,000. I need to know that, because once I look at the search volumes and I see that I can bring in 400 people to his website by getting him in the top position, that means an X amount of dollars that he's losing over the course of the month, and he's just letting his competitors have. So that's what this is for, is my ammunition to keep him inside my velvet ropes. So once he fills this out, guys, he should never be outside your velvet ropes. You should be guiding him along every step of the way it goes. So how much is it? How long is it going to take you to get done? That's a great question. Take a few minutes and fill this out, and I'll get back with you and let you know everything. Well, how much is this going to cost? Different costs for different things. Once again, I'm no different than a physician. If you'll take time to fill this out, I'll get back with you in the next 24 to 48 hours and let you know. Now, I do a personalized video. You don't have to do that. It's your own preference. It goes through everything that they need. And I still don't give a price. Why? Because I want a tripwire. What do they want to know? How much do I cost? I've already proven that I'm good. I rank #1 in their area, so they know they've got the best person. So it's not about proof, but I also want them to call me back, and all they want to know is at this point, even in their mindset, it could be a game. So if I don't give them the price, what are they going to do? I want to get them live on the phone. Never give prices over emails, never give prices out over the phone until you adequately did your research on the company to know exactly how to price it. Cookie cutter pricing doesn't work. Doesn't work. You're going to be losing money, and this is money that you could be putting in your pocket once you do the research. It might even be a client you don't even want to mess with. So from that, you have a client now that gets a video from you or from me. They watch it, they're like, holy crap, I'm losing this amount of money, but he can get it back from me. That damn Bill that's #1 over there, I've been fighting him for 10 years. I'll get his ass, I'm gonna hire him. How much is it? He never said. So I immediately get emails back saying, Cotton, great video, but how much? When are you free so we can have a phone conversation? I immediately get an email back right now, or tomorrow, or 2 hours, how about 4? Now we can talk price. They're live on the phone, I've got them on the hook, and what are they doing through the whole time? They're being led exactly where I want them to go. They're not controlling it as what normally happens with a sale. I'm controlling it, but I'm giving them the best possible outcome. I'm not doing it to take advantage of them, I'm doing it for the best possible outcome. So with this should help you. And trust me, I know I get 20 fake leads in a day. I already know you guys are going to run through this once. I don't care. I'm already used to getting all of it. If you need to run through it once, run through it so you can see what I'm saying. I mean, literally, my phone goes up like, oh, a new lead. No, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not. It's someone checking it out.
Sorry, Cotton.
So, believe me, if there were only real leads, I mean, I would be making more money. So this is how you keep control of your client from the beginning to the end. Now, there's a whole lot more to this that I'm going to be doing modules in OMG. If not in OMG, I encourage you to deeply look into it. This whole velvet ropes thing, I just gave you kind of a snippet of exactly what it is, but it takes them from the very beginning all the way to the very end to where I get clients to work for me. And that's what we're going to go over in another course. So I just wanted to share that with you. One of the things that I wanted to go over with today is how many of you are just kind of starting out or brand new? Great. I'm going to give you guys some of the best advice. What is one of the main things that's like stopping you from going out and just trying to get clients? You.
I have to narrow it backwards. I built the machine first.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What about credibility? Is that come in here? How can I go out and get anyone? I haven't proven I've ranked anywhere. Is that one of the biggest things?
That was my concern.
Exactly. Guys, that was one of my biggest concerns too. I'm going to tell you something that happened to me. Every time that you're out in the field or doing anything with sales or anything, all you can do is learn from your mistakes. One of the things I learned was this, and I still get it to this day, and I developed this because I was never going to have it happen to me again, ever. And that was this. I was sitting down, how I lost my very first deal that I just told you about earlier. That it was a $2,000 deal. I lost it. The guy asked one question at the end. I guarantee you, if this question ever hits you, you will never, ever have to worry about this question again. And it will pop up and it will kill a deal quicker than anything. Do you have any references or anyone that we can call about your previous work to see some of the work you've done? I didn't have an answer. But I told myself that would never happen again. So, what I did is I said, this dude or no one else will ever ask me these questions again. So I built the testimonials page, but here's what I did. If you're inside of Becker's, any one of Becker's forums or groups, or just anything, there's a tremendous amount of people there. If you're inside of OMG, there is obviously about 1,500 people there. If you're in one of Steven's groups or just anything, guys, you are absolutely insane not to be asking people to trade LinkedIn written testimonials. These are business owners. Don't you own your own search engine optimization company? Would you give me a reference?
Absolutely.
And I would give you one. How great would that look for you to get one from me? I mean, what I'm like saying is trade references with your peers. So, as you can see on here, you may visit, and I say LinkedIn.com, that's it, which is my LinkedIn profile of testimonials from real business owners and CEOs. Feel free to add me as a contact. And statistics show that over 60% of SEO and internet marketers' testimonies are simply made up or fabricated. Here's what a few are saying about my work. These are absolutely real LinkedIn testimonials. And if we were to go to my page, I have over 40 written testimonials right here that people can read. They can sit here and scroll down and read and read and read of every one of what they're saying about me, from Stephen Floyd, Fletch, to everyone else. So here's how I responded the second time this happened to me. So, God, you know, it sounds great, and we want to do business with you and everything, but do you have any referrals or anything we could check out? First of all, it's a bullshit comment for the business person to make. I want to smack them when they say it, because it means they're not serious. So I shut them up really quick. I said, you know what, that's a great question. If you'll go to my website, I have a testimonials tab on there. If you'll click on that, that like leads to my LinkedIn profile, which has about 40 written testimonials from CEOs and business owners internationally across the world. If you want to add me, you're more than welcome to. You can read them all. And they shut the F up. Guys, it's a simple, easiest way to get credibility you ever had. You have friends here, I'd be saying, listen, can you trade me a LinkedIn testimonial? I'll write you one, you one. Guys, I'm so lenient that I say, send me what you want written, and I'll send you what I want written, and I'll just copy and paste it. That's what it is. It's the most powerful way for you to generate credibility when they land on your LinkedIn page, because if you're getting ready to spend $1,000, $2,000, $4,000, what do? That's why people rank on Google. You look for reviews. How powerful is it that I've got 40 reviews from some of the top people in the world? 40. And you know what? I stopped about 4 months ago. I should fire it up to 200. I mean, still, how many do you need? But all you really need is about 10. And I know that you got 10 people that'll do this for you, or they'll trade with you, or if you share this idea with them, that they'll do it for you. And now you have credibility that you didn't have before, and you don't need a website. So your excuse if you don't have a website is, you know what, that's a great question. I don't like revealing my client sites, but I have asked them to say a few words about me. I've got over 40 or 10 written testimonials on LinkedIn that you're welcome to pull up through my testimonials tab on my website. If you have any questions about them, just let me know. Boom. Shut up. So there you go. So in a nutshell, I've showed you what my most powerful tactic is and how to control clients when you get them. Send them, make them fill out a form, gather intelligence. You got to. If you don't know exactly anything about the company, you can't service them, you don't know what they want, you don't know how to price them effectively, you can't do it. If you're just starting out, guys, there's no excuse for you to say, I gotta wait until the rank. No, you don't. I just showed you how you don't have to. All you gotta do is just work the system, and all of us here are SEO owners, aren't we? The old CEO again from Bellingham SEO just says I'm the greatest person in the world. Who knows besides me? And you wanna know what? He does believe that about me, so I don't call it scamming or doing anything. It's called being intelligent. So now I just showed you how you can also go out and build credibility without ever having a website ranked anywhere. And I'm going to give you the biggest secret in the world. You can say, Cotton, what would happen if I took cottongrammar.com and Resilient Solution away from you? Could you still make the money that you make right now? Absolutely. It's just training wheels. It's training wheels. It makes you feel better. That's it. That's it. I don't need them. I can still go out today because I believe in SEO. I can still sell it, and as long as I've got these right here, all these people talking great things about me, that's all I need, and that's all you need too. So while you're working on building your website in a position that makes you feel more comfortable, not your clients, it's making you feel more comfortable, why don't you go out and get some real proof to show businesses how great you are, so you can get moving along and start earning money at SEO, because it's all in your head. It's all in your head. And you're waiting for that question, I give you the answer to it, so now you have no excuses. So I'm going to conclude wrapping up everything with this, and we'll open up with some questions and answers. If anyone has any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Sure.
I would assume, when you talked about your numbers in the beginning, you scaled pretty quickly.
Correct.
I would assume by doing, like kind of setting the stage properly, like you said, with Discovery Form, putting them in the Velvet Road, that allows you to charge a lot more when you get to the point are giving them the price that you would have if you didn't set the stage properly.
Absolutely, guys. Everything's about framing up front. If you frame yourself to be an expert, if you frame yourself, I'm number one in Chicago SEO, number one in St. Louis, number one in New Orleans, and a lot of other places. It commands a higher price. And also, when you treat people like I just said, you don't have to have these rankings. I just use it just to stick it home even further. But if you've got these written testimonials about you, and you send them through that discovery process, I'm going to tell you the best people in the world make you apply to work for them. Whether it be a criminal attorney, whether it be a brain surgeon, whether it be pediatrics, whether it be a private school, whether it even be counseling. Even Stephen knows, you have to fill out an application to find out if you're a good fit with a company. If you're not, it just says professionalism, and it says that you're picking and choosing who you want to work with because you can. When you're desperate and when you take everybody, and when it appears you take everybody, no one wants you. Scarcity and expertise always wins. Always.
And then they're okay with paying the premium.
Absolutely. You know what? If you're an OMG, or if you've ever seen how I price out things, you don't even need that. Everything is based upon true dollars that they're losing, but not being in the number one position. And I'll just kind of explain to you that a personal injury attorney in Tampa probably goes for about $110 a click. All right? So $110 a click. Now, if he's sitting on page 3, is he getting any traffic? No. What would happen if, I believe the search might be 500 or 600 for personal injury attorney Tampa. What would happen if I got into the number one position? I'm going to say if 600 searches, I'm probably going to get him maybe, let's just be very, very generous and say 250. Of the 250, let's say I close 3%. So let's say roughly I get him about 7 new clients a month. Guys, in personal injury, wouldn't you say it's fair to say that a personal injury client is probably worth a minimum of $10,000? So now I'm bringing him $70,000 a month of new revenue. Are you going to sit here and tell me that you don't want to pay me $4,000 a month? $5,000? $10,000? And I'm going to be done in 6 months? I don't keep charging people forever. That's one of the most unusual things about me. So think about that. So that's how I price things out. It's based on the search volume, why you need this information, why you need the discovery form, search volume versus how much they're charging per client. Because what if there's only 600 persons searching for tacos? Is that going to bring any money? No, think about it. I mean, I'm being serious, so I mean, I know tacos sounds funny, but think about it. If 600 people are searching for tacos, and you're only going to bring 250 people to the website, and that's only going to convert, let's just say it converts 50, and they're only getting $6 at taco, you're only bringing them $300 a month, and you want to charge them $2,000, it makes no sense. So now, logically, a business owner, it just can't fit in their head right. Things have to make logical sense to the business owner before they make decisions. Does that make sense? Yeah. Any other questions? Yes?
I got one. When you're at the end, once you rank them and they're no longer paying you.
Yes.
And you mentioned you only work with one niche at a time in a given market.
Right.
Does that niche open up for you?
Absolutely. Right. You know, it's, and I know this is a bad analogy, but if I'm raising a child and he's 18 and out the door, you know, then he's out the door. If I have a new kid, that's my kid. You know? I mean, once they stop paying me, and once I've sent them off, they're done. I mean, it opens it up, yes. I'm very careful about that, and I'm respectful about it. I'm just not going to go, here, day 1, you're done. Day 2, here's a new one. You know, maybe I might. I mean, if there's enough money involved in it, but generally, I'm not that busy in the same city for the same niche. So, but yeah, I don't see any reason why. You know, you've got into the number one position and they don't want to keep paying it there. I would probably tell them, that'd be a good sense of leverage. And you asked that question, I just thought about it for a second. I would call them up and say, hey, mortgage company 1, mortgage company 2 just called me up and they want me to hire for their services. I know we're done, but they want to pay me $4,000 a month to take your position. Do you still want your position? Because you know I can get it. I gave it to you. I just want to let you know that I'm calling you up as a professional because I liked you guys. But if you don't want to continue paying me, they want to pay me, and I'm going to take your position. It's just business. Any other questions? Guess that's it. All right, guys.
Awesome.